Greetings, my brothers. This is Sean Blazington, and today I'm going to be giving you the top 5 most underrated players in the NBA. And there's a lot of underrated players in the NBA, but I'm going to be focusing on the top 5, the guys that need to get their recognition, that don't get their recognition. That's all going to change today because I'm going to break down the full list of the top 5 most underrated players in the NBA. Coming in at number 5 is Devin Booker. Devin doesn't get the credit that he deserves. He's an excellent basketball player. He does stuff that old guys can't do. And that's not only because he's a young guy, it's because he's young and he's full of experience. In today's league, if you're not Steph Curry, you're not relevant. But Devin Booker has a lot of the same talents that Steph Curry have, and not to mention he looks exactly like Steph Curry. And not to mention his lifelong girlfriend's name is Aisha Booker. So these guys have a lot of similarities. They have a lot in common. They have the same dribbling ability. They have the same scoring ability. But Devin Booker is underrated because he's not Steph Curry. But that's all going to change today because right now I'm putting Devin Booker on the map. He's the 5th top most underrated player within the NBA. Coming in at number 4 is Rajon Rondo. Rondo is a legend. He did things that your point guards today wish they did. He's so legendary, he doesn't even have his own shoe named after him. Rajon Rondo is the greatest point guard to ever play in the game, and he's still playing in the game today. But he does not get the credit that he deserves. Who else in this league went toe-to-toe with Kobe Bryant in his prime? Who else in this league went toe-to-toe with LeBron James in his prime and Shaquille O'Neal? Who else in this league dominated Michael Jordan in multiple basketball games besides Rajon Rondo? There's no other player with the ability that Rondo had. There's no other player with the athleticism that Rondo has. There's no other player with the temperament of Rajon Rondo. He's a classic basketball player, and that's why he's number 4 on this list. Coming in at number 3 is Big Baby Davis. Big Stankin' Glenn Baby Davis is the biggest, sloppiest, best basketball player to ever play within the NBA. This guy dunks, he shoots threes, he knows how to dribble. He even made up a move called the Wibble Wobble. None of you ever heard about this because Big Baby Davis is so underrated. He also helped the Celtics win a championship, and he weighed over 400 pounds. Now there's one thing to be big, but there's another thing to be big and sloppy. Glenn Baby Davis was big and sloppy, but he was still an excellent basketball player. And now that he's playing for I actually don't know what team he's playing for, and that's a shame because he's so underrated. No one's even paying attention to what he's doing in today's league. But he comes in at number 3 on this list because he needs to start getting the credit that he deserves. I love Big Baby Davis. One time I was at a China buffet and I saw Glenn Baby Davis and he signed a chicken wing for me. I swear I still have the chicken wing in a bag. It's a little moldy, but you can still see his name on that wing. We have to start appreciating our legends. I'm just going to say that. I'm going to move along, but I get emotional when I talk about this guy because he didn't have to sign that chicken wing. Big Baby Davis looked out for your boy, and that's why he's number 3 on this list. Coming in at number 2 is Aaron Gordon. Now we all know Aaron Gordon isn't Gordon Hayward or any of the other Gordons in the NBA, but he's a special Gordon because he has Blake Griffin talent and abilities, but he doesn't get recognized for it. Even when he went to the slam dunk contest, he did dunks that was never seen before, dunks that was unheard of, but he still lost that competition to a Zach LaVine. It's not about your skill set in the NBA, I swear. It's a popularity contest, and LeBron James is very popular. If LeBron wasn't so popular, he wouldn't be the King LeBron James. He would just be LBJ or something like that. But Aaron Gordon deserves more credit as a basketball player because he invented some dunks that's still being used today. If it wasn't for Aaron Gordon, Blake Griffin would have never jumped over that Kia. If it wasn't for Aaron Gordon, Vince Carter would have never done that dunk where he left his arm in the hoop. He would have never thought of that if he wouldn't have saw Aaron Gordon in the 3-point contest. And he should have won that 3-point contest that year. And that's why he comes in at number 2 on this list. Coming in at number 1 is very special. This guy deserves more credit than he gets. This guy should be a Hall of Famer. This guy should be in the All-Star game every year for 10 years in a row, even after he's retired. He shouldn't even go to the big three. He should just pop up during the All-Star game because he's that great, but he doesn't get the credit that he deserves. This guy that I'm talking about, this young man, this athlete, this juggernaut, this super saiyan of a basketball player is none other than Jeff Teague. Jeff Teague played for the Atlanta Hawks, and they dominated the Miami Heat, and no one gives them credit for that. Jeff Teague is the Vegeta of the NBA. If you look closely at Jeff Teague, you can see the Vegeta features within his hairline and his facial structures. He looks a little bit like Michael Jackson, but that has nothing to do with his basketball abilities. This guy is better than most of the players that's in the league today, starting with Kevin Durant, because Kevin don't want no parts of Jeff Teague. And now that he's playing with the Timberwolves, they don't really want a part of the big dog. They don't want to mess with Jeff Teague. They would rather just leave him alone because they know how ball dominant he is. They know how he gets on that shot clock and dominate. They know how he does the do. He even made up a move called the Jiggle Woggle. It's similar to Ben Davis's move, but it's not exactly the same thing. Jeff Teague is the greatest basketball player to ever play the game, and he's also the most underrated basketball player, and we need to start giving him some credit ASAP. Anyways, I gotta get going. I would love it if you guys subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, hit the notification button, show me some love. This is your boy Sean Blaze. I'm out.